My dearest distress isn't a shortfall of affection. It is much of the time its confirmation. At the point when you face battles, recall that even these difficult sections are made with gold. Minus 111. I don't commit errors, for I'm the person who holds everything inside my hands. I see what you can, and I understand what you may not comprehend. Trust then at that point that your conditions, regardless of how overwhelming are them, are not past my span. I'm working inside them. Involving them is apparatus, is to shape you in any event. When you can't yet see the reason, there are times when it might feel like life has dropped, crooked, like the disorder you experiences. In any case, know this: each and every component in your life is put definitively where it should be, regardless of whether you can't yet see the full picture. The tension you feel is forming you, and manners you may not perceive. Distress and trouble are not unimportant. They are intended to uncover something fundamental inside you, to open a string you presently can't seem to reveal, and to attract you more, like a faith that has been hanging tight for you. There is a strength in you that no one but difficulty can uncover. Type 1111 if you are ready to welcome God's miracles into your life. Similarly, as fire refines gold, your preliminary is decontaminate and refine your soul, eliminating what doesn't serve you and invigorating what makes you strong. 222 at this times. Trust me, for I guarantee you change is coming, and it will be in support of yourself. The very powers that look to cut you down will, in time, become the venturing stones that lift you higher. Cling tightly to trust, my darling, for I stroll alongside you, and I will see my arrangement satisfied in your life. At the point when distress feels overpowering, recollect that I am close, closer than your breath heart, taking in each tear and grasping each quiet cry. Your aggravation isn't inconspicuous, nor is it neglected. Indeed, even in your most segregated minutes, I'm with you, working inside and around you to change what was intended for hurt into something more prominent. But don't lose heart. You are a piece of a story woven with divine reason, and, surprisingly, the parts that vibe like endings are many times the seeds of fresh starts. Take boldness, my kid, for you are not intended to stay in distress until the end of time. I have planted inside the versatility to rise, the solidarity to recuperate, and the mental fortitude to push ahead. Type 222. If you trust in God's timing and plan for you, the super thanks helps us bring more inspiring content about Jesus and his teachings to the world. Your support makes a difference. The weight you can be today will one day act as a declaration, a signal for other people who will require the very trust you are presently looking for. You are being ready, molded by each experience, for an option that could be bigger than yourself. 333. Through each battle, you are being prepared to experience the reason I have set inside you. In your snapshots of gloom, I believe you should recall my commitment. There is no haziness that can beat the light I have given you. However you might stroll through valleys of shadow, these valleys are transitory. They are not the sum of your excursion. I have bound you for light, and I will lead you back to it. Each battle is an encouragement to trust further, to hang on more tight, and to have confidence in my affection for you. In any event, when conditions appear to recount an alternate story, there is a season for all things. Similarly as the earth perseveres through cool winters, just to blossom again, and spring, so too will your soul sprout. The distress that feels so persevering through now will one day respect happiness, and what was lost will be reestablished in new and lovely ways. Trust in this timing, my darling, for I'm coordinating everything about in manners that you may not see, yet each step is driving you toward your motivation. Amidst distress, don't allow your heart to become fatigued, for I'm sowing seeds of trust and restoration. Type 333. If you are ready to welcome God's blessings today, each preliminary you experience is like, why is a commitment? A commitment that I am not wrapped up with you. I'm directing you through this battle, so you might see the strength I have put inside you, and realize that it is sufficient to bring you through. For 144, your soul is equipped for persevering of developing and of changing the injury into intelligence. Let's clutch this reality. The stress might come, yet it is never the end. I'm the person who keeps everything intact, the person who weaves reason from each situation. Trust in my generation, for you can fight in the excursion I have set before you, and accept that I will finish the work I have began inside you. I'm with you now, similarly as I have been all along, and I will stroll with you until you arrive at the satisfaction of my commitment for your life. My darling, have you at any point considered the reason why you stroll through specific ways throughout everyday life, or why certain tempests scare your skies? This way have a reason. In this excursion of life, every one of you is woven into a stupidest embroidery, a woven artwork where each string plays a part, a spot of reason. It may not generally be noticeable to you, yet I am here to guarantee you that each diversion you face is a string in this lovely, divine plan. Type 444. If you believe God is working in your life right now, please write 100 words line for my views, so they give $10. Super thanks after watching my video, which is based on Christianity and Jesus' words. And take care of yourself. Every snapshot of bliss, each moon of distress is woven with significant goal. Nothing new experience, my darling, is ever without significance. 555. For all that enters your life, this is such to shape you, to form you, and to direct you toward an option that could be more noteworthy than you may now envision. In the midst of battle, when life seems to create long shaded areas, recollect that these minutes are not without reason. They are seasons, similar as the downpours that sustain the earth. In any event, when tempests seem unforgiving and unrelenting, these are minutes that water your spirit, permitting you to fill in manners you can't yet see as the waterway follows its course. Regardless of hinder, insist in its way. So too does your life stream as per a heavenly momentum, prod anew forward, assisting you with figuring out your substance, your solidarity, and your predetermination. Each experience regardless of how little or stupid. And this is a piece of your motivation. Frequently, the murmurs of direction can be found in the most straightforward minutes, the implicit thoughtfulness, the hand stretched out to another, the versatility you show in difficulty. These are not simple activities. They are indications of what your identity is and who you are becoming. The mirror and excursion that stretches a long ways past the actual world, and excursion that contacts endlessness itself. Type 555. If you feel God's presence in your life in this way, my darling, when you experience days where this or I missed your brain and agony troubles your heart, realize that I am with you. 666. Each experience you face as a heavenly instructor, directing you to more profound grasping, more prominent empathy, and an internal strength that no one but difficulties can stir. It is in this very preliminary that you reveal the magnificence of your soul, the strength that exists in, and the insight that arises just through the legends. Believe that even in these more obscure days, there is a secret marvel, a halo gift, like the seed covered in the dirt. The dentist you might encounter is nevertheless a preface to the blooming that looks for you. For in my creation, nothing is without reason, and each difficulty holds inside the seed of change. Similarly as the night gives method for unfolding, comprehend that you are important for an excellent plan, a reason that has been creative for yourself, and you alone. Your excursion, your battles, and your victories are important for a story far bigger than whatever you find. At this time, this subject isn't just yours, a gift to those troll close to you, the individuals who will come after you, and the people who are yet to meet you. Type 666. If you are ready to receive God's peace today, your way, with every one of its difficulties, shapes you as well as your general surroundings. My darling, realize that nothing is squandered. Each tear, each mermaid, each request mermaid into the night, arrives at my ears and my heart. 777. You are rarely alone, for I stroll with you through each valley and over each mountain. At the times you feel concealed, recall that I am there directing your means. Put in before you encounters that will enlighten the profanities of your spirit and the levels of your soul as you venture forward. Clutch this reality. Everything, even the preliminaries, feels a need in the tale of your life. Embrace every part with boldness, for everyone leads you near to the completion of what your identity is intended to be, like a craftsman molding a magnanimous. Each stroke of involvement adds profanity and variety to the material of your life. Your story isn't yet got done. Every day is another page, and each experience adds lavishness to the magnificence that is unfailing. Embrace this excursion, for it is a holy one, loaded up with amazement and intelligence, bless and elegance. Trust in the reason that moves through all things, for the string ties your soul to the heavenly. Type 777 if you trust in God's wisdom, my dearest, in your most difficult minutes. When you face dismissal, misfortune, or the profanities of vulnerability, realize that I am with you. Minus 188 in any event. When the street appears to be covered in shadow, I stroll alongside you, directing your every step and utilizing each test to open new entryways inside you. These minutes are not shipped off, break you yet, to shake you, to form your soul into something versatile and lovely. Believe that even now, I'm transforming each trouble into a chance for your development and change. I know the weight of distress and how it burdens your heart. In the seasons of preliminary, focus on my promise every day, for inside it, you will reveal guarantees I have made exclusively to you. These commitments are not far-off dreams, but rather insights that live inside your spirit, ready to be stirred. I have promised to manage twisted, to relieve each long, and to give rest to your exhausted soul. My affection for you is constant, my responsibility relentless. In any event when you stagger, I'm here, consistent and steady, lifting you up when you feel, to even consider standing. In the tranquil minutes, tune in for my voice, for I talk in words as well as in the mermaids of harmony and sails that settle upon your heart. Type 888 if you are ready for God's blessings to flow into your life. Realize that each challenge you face is a hallowed and open door to develop your association with me, to encounter firsthand the loyalty that I have guaranteed. 999 in your seasons of battle, when life appears to be generally due BS. I'm therefore defying your soul with a narration that rises above all comprehension. I'm the wellspring of your mental fortitude, and with each preliminary, I'm assisting you with developing into the completion of what your identity is intended to be. As you stroll forward, trust in the way that unfills before you. Each share, each misfortune, and each misfortune is driving you to a position of recharging, where your soul will sprout with the dynamic quality and strength that I have imparted inside you. Recollect that you are in good company in this excursion. I have put my hand upon you, and my presence and confuses you. With each request you murmur, each snapshot of confidence you pick, you move near to the satisfaction of the reason I have planned explicitly for you. Cling tightly to the commitments I have given you, vows to recuperate, to reestablish, and to restore. No difficulties past reclamation, and no distresses past my touch. What seems broken, I will repair. What feels lost, I will reestablish. Type 999. If you are ready to walk in God's light, similarly as the morning light disperses the evening, so too will my presence carry you to another day, a day where harmony replaces agony, and the lighter sense from distress. 1010 Incline toward this commitments, my adored, for they are composed in view of you, creative to help you through each. In the not so distant future, realize that nothing new faces beyond my arrangement. I'm utilizing each second, every experience, to shape a future loaded up with trust and excellence. You are not characterized by your battles, but rather by the strength and beauty that you embrace through them. This is my guarantee to you, that I won't ever leave you, and that your excursion, regardless of how testing will prompt, a position of light, love, and satisfaction unimaginable. Each step you take, I'm there, directing you to the reason for which you were made. Take boldness, for I am with you now and perpetually, and I will see my arrangements happen in your life. You are esteemed and imaginable, held inside my admiration, and reinforced by my presence. Stroll forward with confidence, for I am directing you to a predetermination that will uncover the profanity of my commitments, the force of my admiration, and the excellence that I have said before you. Darling, rest in this reality. You are rarely alone, and my commitments are essentially as relentless as the stars. Embrace every day with the certainty that you are adored, seen and upheld by me. Together we will confront all things, and together we will survive. This is my contract with you, a commitment written in envelopes and satisfied every day in your life. Hold it close, for I am with you and I am making everything new. Type 1010 if you are ready to receive God's abundance blessings. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification